What's up, guys? Okay, so two-part video today. Not two videos, one video, two parts. Confirmed? Awesome. First part, housekeeping. 2 days ago, U.S. plays Ecuador in the States. 1-0 victory for the States. We will go through this game briefly because event obviously 1-0 versus a team that's probably not going to qualify for the World Cup, isn't going to be a force in South America's tournaments, just not a very influential game. Very back and forth. The U.S. takes a little bit more control of possession, time of attack, and the U.S. wins 1-0 on a goal by Jesse. Sorry, I'm going to misspell this. Jesse Zardes. He plays for the Columbus Crew. If you're a big fan of the FIFA games, he was very prominently featured in The Journey. Just boring game. I will happily take it, though, if this is how we are going to beat teams. If we're going to be a defensive team that forces teams outside of the pitch, takes control of the inside, doesn't let anything through, stopgap defensively, 1-0, 1-1, get the result. Fair enough. My concern, if this is 1-0 versus Ecuador, that's not very good. But I will save the rant for the second part. Congratulations. Good job, team. Playing a lot of young team members, leaving a lot of the older players off the team sheet. Fair enough. Reasons which will be addressed in the second part. Okay, so here we go. Second part. The U.S. national football team, the men's, is a disgrace. Didn't qualify for 2018 World Cup. Really don't see how we're going to qualify for the 2022. Don't have any faith in these players. I apologize. I got Christian Pulisic, Jesse Zardes, you got a couple other youngsters. It's just not a team that's ready, in my opinion. 2026? Okay, maybe making some noise, but we don't grow homegrown talent. How it works here in America is kids start in soccer, okay? And they learn grassroots, and they learn basic techniques. And then they go and play other sports. That doesn't help us. It doesn't help the team. It doesn't help us at the World Cup grow and get better. It just, we lose players that definitely have potential, but they go and play other sports. Now, why is that? A couple reasons here. Rapid fire. Americans think soccer is a wimpy sport. It's not. Americans think soccer is a boring sport. It's not. Americans think soccer is... I don't know. I really don't know. It's always been on the back burner for me, and I've often, had to defend my position, but in my opinion, again, trying to make this rapid fire, trying to make a very condensed video, because I want to make a long video about the U.S. women's team in a few weeks before the Women's World Cup in France. If you don't watch soccer, or if you do and you still don't know about the women's, there you go. Free information. But, I'm not a fan of the way we do soccer in this country. I'm just not a fan. I don't like I didn't like Bruce Arena as the coach. I didn't like Jurgen Klinsmann as the coach. I just don't think that we've ever had a moment in men's tournaments where we've said, okay, the U.S. has arrived. We're not going to be the same old U.S. We're going to start making a difference. And I think it's time, and it has to start with a more organized attack. It has to start with developing players. It has to start with a promotion relegation system in the MLS. so the talent that still, can't compete at the top can go down. The U.S. has to use homegrown U.S. talent in its leagues. We have to push for American players to go to clubs where they can get time to play and develop and get better. We have to have pride in this because honestly, statistically speaking, through history, better players have come from South America and Europe than here. They just have. And why is that? Is it because better players choose different sports? In my opinion, yes. Imagine LeBron James chooses to play soccer, or I know he's not the greatest example, but Adrian Peterson, or Matt Forte, or Patrick Kane in hockey. All these players that have size, speed, hand-eye coordination, and could genuinely be a force in this game, but they can't because they don't view soccer. They don't really like soccer, and that's fine. I'm not saying you should force your kids to like soccer or force them to play it if they don't like it. But what I'm saying is there are potential athletes we're losing out on because this sport doesn't get the support it needs. And if you don't like soccer, I'm not going to convince you to. Whether I try or not, I'm not going to convince you to like soccer. So, okay, fair enough. Why are you watching this video? If you're here to support me, thanks. But if you don't like soccer, I'm trying to make more content that isn't about that. So, and if you don't like soccer, please in the comments tell me why. I'm genuinely interested. There shall be no attacks. There will be no trying to brainwash you. Too often people say an opinion and then someone tries to change their opinion. Here's why you're wrong. And that's wrong. You should genuinely appreciate all opinions. But I'm just interested to know why some people don't like this sport. You don't have to tell me. It's just the comments are an opportunity for you to tell me you liked it or you don't. Fair enough. So, this video has been kind of disorganized, but in closing, in conclusion, whichever one you prefer, we need more organization from the top down. We need younger players to have a better path towards this. We need to have a better coaching system so we can foster young talent. The MLS has to grow and get to be a better league. I'll be honest with you, it's my home league. It's the league of the country I live in, and I don't watch it very often. It's so hard to support this league because I just don't like the way it's going. I don't like where it's going. It's going too close to the NFL or the NBA, where teams just relocate, or this happens or that happens, and it's just so similar. Other leagues in other countries aren't like that. And if we truly want to be successful at this sport, we need to adapt and be more like them. Like England, like Germany, like Scotland, like Ireland, like Brazil, like Argentina, like Australia. Australia is a perfect example. A country where soccer isn't the main sport. They have a world event where they get embarrassed, continually try to make the World Cup, don't make it. Country says, okay, it's time to get serious, let's make an investment in the league. If we don't make it, this is basically the last chance. And they made it. And now soccer is one of, if not the second most popular sport in Australia. There's a great video on Copa90, Copa90's YouTube channel. I think it's called The Day Australia Became a Soccer Nation. Check that out. It's great. It's like 18 minutes and it explains a lot of history about soccer. And Copa90 is a great channel. So yeah, go check them out. But that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm very excited to do the women's national team video for a couple weeks because the U.S. women's team is actually very special and don't get anywhere near enough attention. So be on the lookout for that in about... It should drop anywhere in the next 2 weeks, so I know it's kind of hard to tell you to watch out for that, but do. If you have any thoughts about this video, you want to tell me an idea for a new video, or just want to tell me I'm doing a great job, down below in the comments. If you think I did a pretty good job on this video, why don't you tell me by hitting the like button. And if you think I really did a good job, you should hit the subscribe button because it helps me out immensely. Alright, so I'm also, final bit of housekeeping, doing a video later on today. It's probably going to make a lot of people mad, but I think it's going to be a good video. You guys should check it out. That's it. Peace.